Hi guys, and welcome back. We have a new series with you. I'm Padraic, of course. We have a new series today of Grim Dawn. Now, I know Grim Dawn's been out for a while, but having played and finished Diablo 3 the other day, it really got me in the mood for another good RPG. And this is a solid RPG that's very reminiscent of the Diablo 3 thing. It's a for those of you who don't know, it's post-apocalyptic. And sure, let's make it female. What should we call her? I don't know. Let's call her Brittany because, well, Brittany's not here, so we'll play with Brittany. It's set in the post-apocalyptic era. I'm sure that does not look like a female. Well, let's get rid of Nanfudel the Wise. Delete. So it's post-apocalyptic. The world was taken over by some kind of demonic, alienistic, like arcane forces that then rendered everything destroyed. So then these people rebuild. Give me Brittany. There we go. There's Brittany. Pretty close, actually. A little bit longer hair. And yeah. So we're going to get into this and enjoy it a little bit. I don't know how long I'll do the playthrough for, but it'll be something to enjoy. This gives you some backstory here.
We paid a heavy price, but the trap worked.
You seem surprised.
It's been a while since we've had a win. How long will it hold?
I've never entrapped a being like this. But the bonds hold, for now.
How do we dispose of it?
I'm just a witch. You're the soldier.
If it bleeds, I can kill it.
How do you kill a spirit, though?
If you kill the mortal vessel while it's bound, the spirit may perish within. If it escapes...
It's listening to us.
Bum,
What
bum, bum.
are you?
Others of your kind name us ethereal.
Why have you invaded our world?
Your world. We existed first, but were managed by your corrupt gods. Your part opened the way, and now we return to reclaim what by right should be ours.
I've heard enough of this rubbish. Let's hang it.
Bum, bum, bum. So that, yeah, that character there being hung is us. If you didn't know.
Destroy this vessel, and I will find another. I have tasted its desires and emotions. Your kind is weak. You have already lost this war.
Do it.
Captain!
Cut him down. What? Are you mad? Better safe than sorry.
The spirit has fled!
This is a human now.
So yeah, thankfully the captain saves us. Also be a very short-lived game.
When they awaken, they won't remember a thing.
When they awaken, they won't remember a
Imperial
thing.
is right. The war is lost. We're a resistance now, and we need every human survivor we can call to our cause. Maybe this one here can still die with some honor. If they ever wake up, send them to me. If they don't, bury them deep with the others.
You gotta bury them deep so they don't come back. Because, of course, there's zombies in this. That is a pretty sweet hat. Hi,
Still
friend.
drawing breath, I see. You're one lucky bastard, I'll give you that. Best go speak to Captain Bourbon right away. He seems to have a plan for you now that we've spared your life. You were possessed, so we strung you up. Seems the spirit fled your body before your life ran out. I'd have left you to hang, but the captain had other plans.
At least he's
He
honest.
sees some purpose in you, and I'm not going to argue. He's up the road, in the courtyard. Don't make me regret cutting you
To be fair, though, you didn't really cut me down. It was our dear captain. So yeah, you can just see already how the aesthetic's very similar to Diablo 3. Very, very cool.
So you're the one we almost hung. I didn't really see a sense in it, but then again, no one really cares what old Barnabas thinks. You really should go speak with the captain. He'll be the one deciding whether there's a place for you here at Devil's Crossing.
And I just love the aesthetic, love the genre. Looks
You're not
really
looking
cool.
too bad for someone just come back from the brink of death. You were taken, possessed by the same creatures that have been reanimating these zombies here. Normally I'd have burned you with the rest to be safe, but we've lost too many people to the dead. I need someone expendable, someone with nothing to lose but a lot to gain. Right now,
He's up front.
you
We're
are
expendable.
that person. Prove your worth to me, and the survivors of Devil's Crossing may just welcome you. The bodies of the dead are rising again in some horrible unlife.
Yeah, you can see
Corpses
right
don't
over
just
there.
get up and move around on their own. Something is reanimating our deceased with ethereal energy. We have observed the dead for some time, and they appear to be flooding Lower Crossing from the burial hill, just beyond town. I want you to go to the burial hill, find whatever is controlling these abominations, and destroy it.
Alright.
You will need to fight your way through Lower Crossing. Once you've crossed the stream on the far side of town, there will be a beaten path leading up to Burial Hill.
Thank you. Alright, so now we get to start. So we got right. Ooh, ooh. We want to make sure we grab as many things as we can because we can break it down and use it. Oh, that's cool. I like their hats. And there's several classes we can get that we have to decide which we want to pick. Alright, so. Oh, it's not going to let us see yet, I don't think. Yeah. It's right there. It's right there. That's fine. We'll continue on until we level up. And we'll kind of just work through it. Let's go stab him. Oh, cool. It's just like Diablo, so you can just hold down Shift and attack. Come on. Come get some. So most likely, I'm probably going to pick something with a firearm because melee is a little bit difficult to click and select things, and you get ganged up on a lot. That being said, I wouldn't be against doing a melee build, so we'll see. Yay, we leveled up. So, here you can see the different stats. Soldiers of the Imperial Army were trained to survive in the most hellish conditions and hold the line against the deadliest enemies of the Empire. Soldiers prefer the use of close combat weaponry, such as sword and shield, but can also prove to be formidable with firearms. While a soldier may lack in outright damage, they make up for fortitude and leadership. Demolitionists, as you can see right there on the front, are pyrotechnic masters of the Imperial Army. Demolitionists are part engineer, part sorcerer. They were used to break enemy ranks and breach fortifications with their devastating array of explosives and destructive magic. They usually prefer to fight at range, engaging enemies with guns, traps, explosives, but they're also proficient with melee weapons. There's the Occultist. Once hunted by Imperial forces in an effort to control eldritch power, the Occultist craft focuses heavily on summoning with borrowed powers granted by the three witch gods, Baizmiel, Soleil, and Drieg. Their diverse arts include abhorrent curses and spells that inflict damage with poison, acid, and entropic energy. Excelling with neither sword nor gun, they can use either to augment their offense. So I'm just going to quickly set our timer because I'm a bit behind. 1 second. Okay. Next is Nightblade, so sort of like an assassin. Clandestine warriors that sold their services to the great houses of the Empire, excel with all manner of martial weapons, but are more feared for their deadly blade magic that is the secret of their trade, are not suited to go toe-to-toe with tougher enemies, and rely on illusion to do quick damage. Arcanist is sort of like a wizard. To Arcanists, the manifestation of magic is not some unexplainable mystery or the will of the gods, but a science meant to be unraveled. This pursuit of knowledge drives all Arcanists, always eager to discover a new technique. Arcanists warp ethereal and elemental energy to their will, creating devastating demonstrations of power that rival small armies. However, such raw force leaves little in terms of defense. And then Shaman. Hailing from the untamed Northlands, shamans were the spiritual leaders and guardians of their people, claiming outstanding attunement to the wilds and their patron deity, Mogdrogen, or Gen, Mogdrogen, okay, we'll go with that. Shamans are capable of wielding the terrible forces of nature against their foes, or even calling upon savage beasts to come to their aid. Shamans excel in the use of brutal two-handed melee weapons, but can easily adapt to other tools. I've never gone Shaman before, so let's do that. So now we get our skill window. Lots of this is passive, but then that's also what gives us our skills down here. So right now we have no points here, so 1 point allows us to start picking things up. So Devouring Swarm conjures conjuring a voracious swarm which hungrily tears apart anything it comes in contact with, inflicting grievous wounds and exposing vulnerabilities. Okay. Savagery in the heat of battle rouses savage animalistic impulses within you that heighten your aggression and empower your nature's fury. When used as your default weapon attack, savagery increases the intensity of your attacks with every strike. Building up charges increases the potency of the bonuses. Ooh. Or brute force. To many shamans, a brutal two-handed weapon serves as the conduit for their storm powers. These practitioners favor a closer connection to the wilds through animalistic rage and close quarters combat rather than through fragile wands and totems, who they consider to be toys. Requires a two-handed weapon. Well, we don't have a two-handed weapon yet, so we're going to grab this. And you can see by just clicking it, it gives us some form of an ability. We're not going to take it just yet because also taking these will give us more points in general. So now that is an ability that we can use. So here we select and close this. Nope. Nope. There we go. Change that to savagery. So now that is our default attack with this class. So that's going to help us. We're going to put the leather pants on. This is just straight up better. See, it's scrap metal saw blade. It's not too bad. And here we can actually increase points. So physique is health and regen. Cunning is damage, even duration damage. Spirit is our energy and magic damage. So what is this doing? This is doing lightning damage and bleeding damage and main hand damage, so physical damage. So we're going to want to pick up physique for our points because health regen is also fantastic. Who doesn't like to regen health? So yeah, now we'll continue on our looting and our exploring. And it's kind of cool. You can actually see that the enemies will fight each other. That's not bad. There we go. Pretty decent damage. So maybe we will be going a melee build then, because we picked the Shaman. Here we go. Apparently we'll build up charges with this. Smack them around. And you can pretty much break almost anything. Not everything will give you something though, so that's fine. Let's go on exploring. I like their fire textures, pretty good, pretty good. Oh, kill some more zombies. Or Walking Dead. Because these aren't zombies like your traditional zombies created by disease or something. They're created through magic emanations, which I guess in the Diablo scene, undead are also raised by energies of some sort. And then you can get magic items as well. So let's look at this. Yes, right away. Awesome. 10% of damage is converted to ethereal damage, and it gives us attack speed bonus. We will take that. And iron bits is like the gold in this, because you use iron bits like on their own just for crafting even. So of course it makes sense that people are going to want to pay for things with those. Alright, we're doing some pretty decent damage now. Open up a crate. Scrap metal musket. We'll use that for selling. Break open the front door. Done. Done. Easy peasy. Ooh, yellow. Yellow tunic. And here it's giving us frostburn damage, plus 4% physique, giving us some armor, energy regeneration, and brute force. So not bad, not bad. Already getting some pretty decent stuff to wear. Move up this hill. I was first got onto this because another YouTuber, actually, Quill18, did it. And as soon as I saw it, I fell in love with it. My first one was the engineer, or the demolitionist rather, that I went and made. And I got pretty far in it, and then just stopped playing because I'd played so much of it back to back to back that kind of killed my desire to keep playing. But it's nice to get back to it now, because it's like that next RPG experience, so I can continue to enjoy that. And like, who doesn't enjoy a good RPG? Especially when you get to go around in this really cool aesthetic, where magic meets technology, and technology meets magic, and the world has ended, and you're trying to just help survivors eke out an existence. So it's like Diablo meets Fallout, almost, which is kind of cool. And it's also interesting in that it's a different approach on the magic scene, because even the Arcanists, having tried the Arcanist, they don't have your standard spells like Fireball and stuff like that. They have different things. So it's a little bit refreshing to see something new. I don't necessarily like playing the Arcanist because its abilities are a little bit difficult for me to wrap my head around. So I don't play it as much. But yeah. Oh, and then you get special bosses, sort of like the Diablo blue and gold. But these guys, they're not like random. They're found around the place. Now you missed it, but they dropped this glowing ball that dropped loot. And they'll frequently drop special items and whatnot once you break that, but I broke it too soon for you to actually see it. Here, this doesn't really help us, but it does, yeah. We got a better shield though, which is nice. More muskets and rifles. We'll go back soon and break up our materials, our weapons into raw materials. AKA, I'll sell it. Slap them all around. Let's say we're not gonna break the box. I'm not picking that up. But yeah, it's really cool, the story so far. It's hard not to say anything because I've gotten further than this, right? So I don't want to spoil anything. Just let it continue. Scrap's important. We need that for a mission. Now, what I forgot to do is if I walked around town, I could have gotten a few more missions, which would help us along here. Oh, Inquisitor books. Oh, I hate these eyeball things. There we go. Alright. I'll end up getting them anyways because I know what I'm looking for, but I usually need to remember to grab those before you head out. It's not like Diablo in that there's one mission you're going for and then you find more missions out in the field. You can find missions out in the field, but this one's more of a World of Warcraft in that you pick up a whole bunch of missions and then do a run of those missions. Break these boxes and barrels. There we go. Continue on. Into the great unknown. Yeah. In this, it's not like the world is ending. The world has ended. Now we're fighting back against it. Which I think is also pretty cool. Here you can see the insects. And there's different factions we're fighting against. Like right now you can see there's actually two factions. There's Ethereal Corruption, which is the undead. And then there's Rift Spawn. Each of those are different factions. So I actually could bring up a faction window. So Ethereals are part of this Ethereal Corruption. And these are another enemy. And these are our friends right now. So when we do stuff like this, we will get bonuses and help get closer to them. They'll give us better prizes. In fact, if we get high enough friends with them, which we eventually will do, we actually unlock different items that they'll give us and that we can buy from them, which is pretty cool. in and of itself. So we'll continue our exploring and looting. Nothing there. But yeah, when I first came upon this game, I played a lot. And I burned myself right out of it, so it's nice to get back into it. It's very familiar. Once again, I always forget to do my leveling, so I probably should do that right now. And again, if we just keep doing the points here, we can just get raw stats, which is pretty cool. You can do that. But then leveling up your abilities, you do a little bit more damage as well. And then every time you hit a tier, you can unlock new amounts of abilities. Like here, we're allowed to do Might of the Bear, so which adds to our technique here, but again, you see requires two-handed weapon. Here we have a new one. Primal Strike requires two-handed weapon. The first rite undertaken by novice shamans to imbue their favorite weapon with raw force of a thunderstorm. Those that survive the critical steps become scions of Mogdragon's will and guardians of their people. So yeah, I would like to do that, but we don't have a two-handed weapon yet. Oh, this can be toggled. Energy reserve, we get health regen and energy regen. So that's pretty cool. We'll pick that up. I like passive stuff. Eventually we get, yes, confirm changes. Devotions will eventually get points as we complete things to unlock stuff along this tree. So we'll come back to that because we don't have any points for it, but we'll get to it. Now, we're going to want spirit as well. And another physique. Alright, so we'll make our passives here. Mogdragon's Pact. We'll activate that. That eats up a little bit of it, but now we are receiving increased passive health and energy regen. Here is the portals that you use to travel around in. You go up to them, you interact with them or get close to them, they become usable. So now we can quick travel between those portals, which is really handy later on when you're going through a lot of stuff. Smack some zombies around. We're working on getting our way up to Burial Hill because we have to find out what is summoning the undead. Oh, and yes, you can get these dropped crystals, which will shoot you until you destroy them. So destroy them, you get an Aether Crystal. Quite often the undead will be linked to those. So if you destroy it, it kind of gets rid of the enemies involved. Also get rid of the green guys. They'll throw up on you and do stuff and it just hurts. Better wipe them out quick. And now that we have that health regen, we see it doing work. I'm getting hit and just instantly regenning it. Not even worrying about it. And you'll see these little stars. That will lead us to our mission, but it can also lead you to unique missions as well, which is cool. Here we got a lot of stuff. You can see the health regen is helping, but they are smacking us around a lot. Tenacious Plank Shield. We'll have to take a look at that in a minute. Hi friend. Smack. What do we got? What do we got? Is this better? Damage to beastkin, damage to beasts, pierce resistance, poison acid resistance. 15% chance to block. So it blocks more frequently, or more likely. But it's not... Sure, let's put it on for now. I'd rather us be more likely to block than to block more damage, because the damage still is pretty low from these guys. And we've got the health regen, so I'm fine with some of the damage going through. Oh my goodness. Eventually Searing Ember, that's a crafting material. Eventually I would like us to get a two-handed weapon. That's one of the benefits of this class, I'm noticing already, is they give us the health regen, but because of that, to help us... Not because of that. The reason they give us that is because we're not going to have as much defense being a two-handed fighter. Smack them. We're dealing not too bad damage. I'm pretty okay with this class. Slap them around. Slap them around. It's nice to play something different as well, because usually I play something ranged. And the last time I played this, I played something range. This is the only problem I have sometimes with the melee. You run past them. There we go. Leather grips, that looks like gloves. Let's see what we got. Helmet. We already have a better hat. Oh, that's another thing. Your person will put on hats if they have nothing in the beginning, so that's pretty cool. We've got a better belt. Yeah, we already picked up a lot of good stuff. That's cool. Hi, zombie. Get out of here. Oh, oh, oh. Leather shoulders. And see, our person will just, boom, equip them. Because we don't have anything currently in there. So there's no real decision making needed, so it just pops on. Only really significant in the beginning, but I like that little add-on. It's kind of nice. Slap, slap, slap. Bam. Alright. Now, I want to talk about the story a little bit, but I don't want to reveal anything. I guess since this game's been out for a while, I will talk about it a little bit. So the big thing is basically our people were tapping into the Aether because we discovered magic and it was a powerful source to attack the enemy with. So we were using it a lot. And then somebody down the line did something to open up portals. Actually, at first we think it was an accident, right? Because that's how the story leads us. But later on we start to find out that somebody may have done this on purpose. I don't know who, because I don't remember getting that far. But that's one of the things. So it's pretty cool. We kind of did this to ourselves. As will happen, because, you know, we're the human race. We do stuff to ourselves all the time. Ah, now this guy. We got to get him right away. Just start piling on him. And this is where the health regen is really going to help. Because we're able to survive in here and just keep wailing away on him. Come on. There we go. Now we'll beat up some of these guys, get them out of the way. There we go. There we go. I think I just clicked on an item by accident. Club of attack, pants, things, scraps, things. Woodsman's axe, one-handed, don't need it. Here, yeah, you can see the Plague Walker, the green guy, is throwing poison at us. The other guys are throwing fire at us. Nice to get rid of them right away. And it seems from our quest log that that was the thing bringing everything back. Which kind of makes, and I like when it does this, that you can meet those guys often. Basically, they will keep resurrecting more and more dudes to fight you. And I like that fact, that they kept it as part of the story as well. That's doing that, so we had to go out and end it. So I think that's pretty cool. I think the next thing I'm going to pick up is either damage, like more damage, or more of the health regen. There we go. Now we can interact with this, offer this, and it gives us a bunch of stuff. We're going to take that great sword. I can't. Inventory auto sort. That's another thing I like. Fantastic. Bam. And I'll just throw away pants. Leather pants. Don't need that. But yeah, there we go. We got our two-handed swords. Now we can... Oh, that's another thing. We'll get lots of these little guys. And you always want to click this to make it auto-complete components. And then sword again. Because then that will clear it up. Right click to read all these, get some experience for it. So then we can again auto sort. And we got some more space. So but let us take a chance to level. Now let's see. I would like some more of that health regen. Next level gives us 2 additional health, 2 more additional health, 2 more additional health. There, we'll just put it all into there then. We'll do more damage in the next one because we're already going to be doing more raw damage with the larger weapon. And with you, we have 1 point. So let's throw you into physique. Because physique, you are health regen as well. We naturally heal almost 2. Now we almost heal 2 of our health. So that's beneficial. But with this on, we're healing 12 health per second. So that's good as well. Anyways, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of our playthrough of Grim Dawn, where we are now trying a new class out, the Shaman. I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, and evening. Ta-ta for now. Bye.
Bye.
It's only to be weird.